Welcome to Motorot's Quick Cuts. Today, we salute the works of the prolific John Carradine, whose career spanned from the 1930s all the way past his death in the 80s. Now, I say this because they used some footage of him in the 1995 film Jacko, which was probably my first exposure to his work. Despite being a star of some larger features, it would be a mistake to overlook his impact in the world of schlocky ones. Born back in the February of 1906 under the name Richmond Reed Carradine, the actor who would work under the name John would actually not get his first film role until 1930. According to Mr. Carradine, he worked many uncredited roles throughout the years. But despite not getting credit for many of them, he still gets the accolade for being in the most movie appearances. Of the contemporary generation, the only one who really comes close is Christopher Lee, who is logged in at over 200. That does not come close to Carradine's over 300 documented roles. Now, many of these were low-paying parts, which could have very well been the reason why he had to take on so many. But by the time the 1980s rolled around, he was semi-retired and was suffering from severe arthritis, some of which you can definitely see in the Monster Club, where he went ahead and worked with Vincent Price on that. For us horror fans, he gave us gems such as Jacko, Evils of the Night, Evil Spawned, Astro Zombies, the Monster Club I mentioned a moment ago, and he played Dracula in 4 features. Those were House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, Billy the Kid vs. Dracula, one of my favorites, and Nocturna. There were many, many more, yet I'll refrain from listing those. Now, in his own words, he said, "I've made some of the greatest films ever made, and a lot of crap too. I suspect some of those films I've enjoyed throughout the years could have counted as crap. However, I appreciate his roles in those movies." The acting legend himself died in 1988 back in Milan, Italy, and he was put to rest at sea in between the coast of California and Catalina Island, and that ended his mortal coil on this earth. Now, Schlock Flock. Do you have a favorite John Carradine film? Go ahead, drop your answer down below in the comments, and remember to stay schlocky.